Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. This week we are talking about the feminine principle of surrender. No, not waving a white flag and giving up, but really learning to let go of the need to control everything and go with the flow. Are you someone who tries to control every detail of your life? I can tell you for sure I was. Years ago, I used to control every detail of my own life. I controlled what I ate to the extent of counting out the number of almonds that were a serving, or measuring out the amount of yogurt that I ate, or counting exactly how many servings of fruit or how many servings of veggies in a day, calculating my macros very specifically. I used to micromanage or control my exercise. If I had created an exercise plan for the month, I made myself do my exercise every day, regardless of whether or not my body was sending me the message that it needed a rest day. And I had a lot of injuries as a result of that. I really was not good at listening. But I controlled other aspects of my life as well, controlling really what time I went to bed, what time I got up, not in the way that I do now by planning and choosing to invest my time in a certain way, but more like trying to control all these bits and pieces, controlling how much time I spent on certain things, again, not as a choice or an investment, but as a means of micromanaging all of these details of my life. And there was pretty much nothing that ever happened that was unplanned in that time. I had it all together. And part of that was because I had this huge fear of losing control or letting things go. As a mother of 5 young children, working as a doctor, I was juggling about 20 balls in the air all the time. I didn't want to drop any of them. I didn't want to forget to pay for a field trip, or not have an early dismissal date on the calendar, or have it be mealtime and not have the ingredients we needed for whatever we were planning on making, or have to run to the store at the last minute because my child needed a birthday party gift. So I controlled all of these details. And on the surface, that might sound like really great planning, right? I mean, I really seemed to have it all together, but the motivating factor was the problem. The motivating factor was not just to have it all together and to make sure that none of these details were lost. The motivating factor was to avoid feeling out of control, to avoid feeling like I was not good enough or not perfect enough, to avoid the surrender into whatever was going on. And if you notice that about yourself, I would encourage you to lean in, to really check in and listen to what's going on, because while none of those things is a problem in and of themselves, they are symptoms. We've talked before about using your symptoms as a message. That need to micromanage your life is a symptom of feeling out of control. It's a symptom that you're hanging onto that cliff, where you're grabbing at the small trees and the clumps of grass, and you're digging in, trying to hold on to something that you feel like is slipping away from you. And so if you are micromanaging your life, look at what you're fighting. Look at what you could let go of, what you could surrender to instead, because quite often the fight is just not worth it. Sometimes it's hard to be clear whether we are fighting ourselves or whether we are moving ahead. And if you are unsure of the next step on your path, on the next step in your business as a world changer, I invite you to book a clarity consult with me, where we dive deeply into your Akashic records, connecting deeply to your soul to get you the clarity that you need so that you can move forward unencumbered by the loss of control or the fear of loss and control that is making you micromanage those aspects of your life, I would love to help you.